The second Far Cry 5 live event is out now, and it's chaos because we can finally get the Vector, a special Far Cry arcade version, but only a select group of people gets it after completing the live event, and it looks like we kind of know the reason, but there's more going on with the Vector. So a ton to unpack. So let's get into it in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. Every Tuesday in April, Ubisoft will do a new live event giving away exclusive rewards like outfits and also new weapons like the Vector submachine gun. You can see the event in the live event section of the menu, and this week we need to spend 40 minutes in the arcade mode to earn the personal goal. You also earn 50 silver bars after spending 20 minutes in the mode. Just like last week, there's also a community goal, and that is a combination of all the minutes spent in the arcade mode per platform. On the PS4 we need 300,000 minutes in the arcade mode, and that is like in 1 week, because on April 17th a new live event will start. On Xbox One, players need a total of 240,000 minutes spent in the arcade mode, and on PC it is half of that, 120,000 minutes. Again, it's combined playtime, so if you just do your personal goal and wait for the rest of the week for this challenge to be completed, your 40 minutes will be counted towards this overall goal. Thanks to Aryan and Alex, by the way, for sharing the goal of the PC and Xbox One via Twitter. So I recommend you just do the 40 minutes, unless you of course want to play more of the arcade mode, and then just wait for the rest of the week for this challenge to be completed, and then you get the Arcade Pro outfit that I already showed in a recent video. Because it got leaked, some players already had access to it, including me, but it will be available for everyone later after this event is completed. So I will share some tips and tricks on how to complete the challenge the fastest, how to get the most out of it, but first let's take a look at what the heck is going on with the reward from this event, the Vector submachine gun. So I spent 40 minutes in the arcade, and then you should be able to get the Vector weapon. I tried to claim my reward, but then I got an error message in the Ubisoft Club section of the game. So I went to the live event menu and saw white flags, so no real weapon. Then I asked Ubisoft on Twitter, and they responded saying that I need to restart the game and check back then. So I followed their instructions, but it sadly did not work out for me. I did see the weapon though suddenly in the live event menu, but still not in the shop. For some people this did work though. They claimed a reward and got it in the shop as well. For example, you see here gameplay from Zol Teamwork Gaming, and I hope I pronounced his name right, who was kind enough to let me use his footage. I put a link to his channel in the description down below. So yeah, some got it like immediately, and some did restart the game before they saw it in their store, so totally try that if you don't see it yet. It's not a guaranteed get though, because what the people that do have the gun have in common is that they did not have the Vector Classic that was of course leaked. I already reported on the Vector Classic in many videos, so what was going on is that if you played on an early version of Far Cry 5 or went back to version 1.0 if you got the disc, you could already play with the Vector before this event was live. And it's interesting that this was another Vector, the Vector Classic, that also had the option to change the skin as well, since this one, the one that is out right now, only has the arcade skin. So it's really interesting that, as far as I know, so the people that I talked to did not have the Vector before, but do have this new arcade one, while people like me that already got access to the Vector Classic, but then it was of course removed with update 1.04, do not see this new Vector arcade version. Of course, this should not be the case. Everyone, doesn't matter if you had the Vector Classic or not, should be able to get this arcade skin, but this seems to cause the problem. That's why we probably can't see it in the game yet. But there's more weird stuff going on, and by the way, I love the comments saying that the Vector is like the new Jackal's Gaze from Assassin's Creed Origins, but in Far Cry 5. And it totally is. If you're not familiar, the Jackal's Gaze was also released too early in Assassin's Creed Origins, then it disappeared from people's inventory, then it got removed, then it came back. It was a whole thing. And the Vector seems to like follow this story as well, because it was also too early in the game. It was then removed, and now it is in the game, but it is bugged. Because if we look at the tweet from Zero Dawn Aloy or Captain Wobbles, we see that the weapon does not show the attachment in the weapon wheel, while we clearly see that a silencer and a scope is used, but this is not shown in the weapon wheel. really weird for sure. Zero Dawn Aloy also notes that the ammo keeps glitching out, so you're running out of ammo, but then out of nowhere you get 48 bullets extra, and then you are not able to reload. It's really like a whole thing. What the heck is going on with this factor? So that's like the latest update we got at the time of this recording. Some people have it, but most of the people, including me, do not have access to this new factor. I will of course keep a close eye on the story and update you once it should be available for everyone. If Ubisoft lets something know, I will of course let you know. The latest update they gave was the fact that they are aware and are looking into it. So hopefully they find a solution soon. So either way, it is already smart to do your personal goal, even if you may not get the factor immediately. So go to the arcade and spend 40 minutes there. Of course, you can access it via the online tab. And it's, by the way, weird that we already have an arcade live event, since during the pre-launch live stream of Far Cry 5, Ubisoft noted that the fourth event was linked to the arcade.
Live events. We'll be running an event which runs in the campaign every week. Every fourth event will be connected to the arcade. We'll be asking everyone to come in and play.
And this is of course the second live event, so I guess they wanted to promote the arcade a little bit sooner. Maybe they were not happy with the numbers they were seeing. And that sure is fine, like give people a good reason to try out the mode. But I'm not a fan of the fact that they lock a completely new weapon behind this. Especially since you need PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live to access the mode. So if you don't have that, and that is not weird because it's not required to play Far Cry 5, then you cannot get the factor right now, and that really sucks. Everyone should have a chance to get a new weapon in a game they bought. And I'm sure that the Factor Classic will be available for everyone later, but still it kind of sucks that you really need PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live in order to participate in a live event. That should not be the case. So if you do have access to the arcade, I recommend you do the Arcade Hero playlist to earn double the amount of XP, because if you level up, you get some dollars and perk points sometimes as well. So yeah, you get more out of your 40 minutes. It is also smart to add other challenges that are up right now that are linked to the arcade mode to earn some extra silver bars while playing the Arcade Hero. I already touched on these challenges in a previous video, but if you did not finish them yet, totally do while you spend your 40 minutes in the arcade mode. You can access them via the challenges in the main menu, so just hit add so the progression will count. So here I was waiting for the live event to do a video on the fact that the Factor is finally available for everyone. I wanted to show you some gameplay of me using the Factor, not expecting this chaos. I mean, it's very interesting and I like to report on this for sure, like having to talk to people and like send me different stuff, figure out what the heck is going on. But having covered Assassin's Creed Origins and those live events that Ubisoft did, and now Far Cry 5 really shows that they have ambitious ideas, and I appreciate that. But they still have a long way to make it all work, because it is really all broken. With Assassin's Creed Origins it was as well, like people already getting all the items for a 8-week long event in one day. It was all weird stuff, but yeah, it's fun to report. You have stories like this. I will of course keep you up to date on everything that is going on when the Factor will be available for everyone. So be sure to subscribe for everything Far Cry 5. I will keep you up to date. Check out my video on update 1.04 telling you everything Ubisoft changed and is also looking into. So they will change that in upcoming updates. Drop a like to support the channel. I'll speak to you next time, and goodbye.